So who are your like style icons right now? Like people
Yeah, we were supposed to go do like a book press thing in London. COVID things. It's okay. I just guess I have to write another book.
Yeah.
Unlike us,
Unlike us
who will not speak to you if
you come
you
up to
don't
us.
have 1 million followers.
it's like 900,000. We're like,
Get
away.
out. Follower count, quick.
Guys, I have Lilia Buckingham here. We're gonna do an interview called Then and Now, and then we're gonna catch up, and it's gonna be fun. Ta-da!
And then freeze frame. And talk about
then
and now.
and now. Before you started on Brat, like, what was your like main goal? Like, before you started doing, like, because now you're like an amazing writer.
Oh,
like,
thank you.
Was that because of like the work that you did on Brat, or was it something else that inspired it, or?
That's such a good question.
Thank you so much. I thought of it myself.
Oh my God.
I was like actually, I was actually intrigued by it. So I was like,
You were wondering?
Yeah.
I actually started writing in like 7th grade because I was like a huge reader. I was a big book nerd.
Yeah.
So I always like whenever I finished a book, I was like, I want to write something
Like
because
that.
I can do it better. No. So then I wrote a novel in 8th grade after writing a bunch of short stories, and then was like, this is so hard.
Yeah.
There's so much writing involved. So I was like, but I love it. And like I love creating characters, and I obviously have a lot of stories in my head. And that's kind of how I got into writing and producing.
And now she has a book.
Oh yeah, I did end up publishing a novel as well. Yeah, I got the amazing opportunity to write with Sarah Shepard, who was like
incredible.
Pretty Little Liars was literally another reason why I wanted to create, because I like was so obsessed with the world that I was like,
please,
I'm gonna make it.
So you're more confident in writing than acting.
Oh my God, way more. Because it's like I can hide behind a screen and like I know that I'm like an okay writer. Whereas acting, I just feel like you can get clowned on so easily.
Yeah, I know.
Like people are so mean,
Yeah.
and so it's definitely scary. But everyone in the comments was really nice, and we just like
it did really well.
It did do really well. I mean, that was kind of like I was really happy that it did well for the sole reason that I think it was like a story that was really important to me, and like
people to see.
I talked about like, religious trauma, which is something that I've actually never experienced.
Yeah.
Because I was like fortunate enough to grow up in a very, very, very accepting household.
Yeah.
But I've just seen so many people and so many of my
Right,
friends go
yeah.
through it, and it like breaks my heart. So I was like, yeah, these are the kind of
that's
stories.
awesome.
And like what I wrote for college was like, yeah, I want to tell stories because I feel like we don't have enough. Going off on a tangent, but I was like, a lot of the reason that I wrote Pink was because I think like a lot of like women relationships are fetishized on television. So I was like, it's really important to talk about like the sweet fluff of it and like the innocent love that like is the
And what I really loved about it is like Haley told me that she watched it, and then like Haley's friends told me that they watched it. So it's like young girls being able to watch something like that is like incredible, and I'm really proud that you're the one that wrote it.
Tell me why. I will literally cry at the moment.
Okay, Lily, how has your like perception of acting changed since like you first started on Brat from like now?
I think I grew up doing musical theater and kind of was an LA kid, so I knew acting, and I was kind of I had been doing it for a long time, but not TV acting. And so I was kind of used to being like, this is a character that I am playing.
Got it.
This isn't a real person.
Got it.
And so I would be saying the lines, thinking about the lines, and thinking about the best way to deliver the lines instead of, developing a character. And I think, as we grew into complex people, I started to realize that it's more fun to take a character and really you understand that. Give them a background and a life and real stories. And I think that definitely my writer brain has fun with that. And I get to really it makes my characters a lot more complex. When I was doing Pink, even though it was like a 6-minute short film.
Yeah, you still had a whole story for her.
Exactly. It's like her life, and so I think it was making it a little more three-dimensional. Three-dimensional. Four-dimensional. A little more dimensional.
The moments where the other person is talking, I'm not reacting to it. I'm just waiting for their line to be finished so I can say mine.
Whereas mine was the opposite. I would say the line with the person, so I'd be like, okay, now. It was infuriating doing scenes with Taylor Holder because he never had to memorize. We would have you know, Dirt, the writing was pretty
Yeah.
long. Like we had bulky stuff
Yeah.
because we were talking about the mob. I would be like studying nonstop, like during dinner, blah, 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 always looking at them. And I'd be like, Taylor, are you ready? And he'd be like, no, I haven't looked at it. Give me 1 sec. Would look at it and like nail it. And I was like,
Wow.
how do you do that? Jules, how has your perception of acting changed over the course of like your time on Brat?
So much. I feel like I've kind of told this story before, so I'm gonna make it a little shorter, but because I literally feel like I know, I'm so sorry you don't get to hear the full story. So I'm kidding. Brat was like my first ever anything. Like before I did Brat, I was playing myself in everything. Like it was very like cameo. I would say lines as like Annie at the time, and like just completely be like me, like a YouTuber, and like they would take my life and put it into like the show.
Yeah.
So when I heard that I was doing Brat and there was like a script, I had no idea how to even read it. I was like, wait. I was like reading the other people's lines, thinking that I had to say them too. Like it was like not. I had no idea what I was doing, and they also think I was on YouTube, so I was always looking at the camera. I was always engaging the camera. So like
that's true.
Being in a place where like the camera's right there and I'm supposed to be talking to you as another person was like so crazy.
Yeah.
To me. So like from the beginning I was just confused. And then you know Brat, like we filmed like the first like 4 episodes in like 2 days. So it was like boom, boom, boom. So
Brat's quick with it.
Quick with it. Describe Brat in 3 words.
Quick with it. We would film like 20 episodes in like
so quick.
a week and a half.
They'd always be able to do it. They'd turn around,
it always happened.
It's like
I
we
was
film
like,
the scene and then it's out. It's like live.
sorry.
Bless you, bless you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I just like feel like I literally made all of my friends on Brat.
Yes. Okay,
We had
literally.
tell me why I used to describe Brat like this. Like, okay, it felt like high school because everybody on the shows was like a different class.
Right.
Isn't that funny?
It literally was a high school experience.
And I could be on everything because I got to be on every show ever. And I got to, but it was the best. I got to make every friend.
I'm glad that it didn't change for like Haley. Like Brat still like brought like a bunch of friends together too.
I do miss it. Like,
Yeah.
I miss getting to hang out with
I
everybody.
guess we're doing a spring breakaway too.
We're pitching it.
Rob?
But
But someone does have college. And
someone, yeah, guys, you would have to tell my professors that I would have to
Sorry,
be
she has
filming
to come back.
they're like, no. With the stress of everything that
Yeah.
comes with like working and filming and
Yeah.
being in the industry, it's
Yeah.
like you have to take care of yourself. So like,
Yeah.
how's your self-care evolved as you have grown up, Miss
I
Jules?
used to not really do self-care. Like I wouldn't even think about it. I just kind of like live my life and just show up places.
Yeah.
And I was like, I probably need to do some stuff for me. So something that I really like to do is I like to go driving and
Yeah.
just like listen to the type of music that I want to, like in that.
Yeah.
How
How do I self-care? You know, no, I love baths. I take baths all the time. Yeah, it's
think
very
baths are really
therapeutic.
good, yeah.
That and like watching my comfort shows, I'll do.
What's your comfort show?
Right now, it's this show called She-Ra.
Okay, I've never even heard of that.
It's about these little lesbian
Lesbians.
space girls with a sword.
Space Girls?
Or I write.
Who are your favorite artists right now?
I weirdly have been falling back into like a Marina and the Diamonds phase. Like I've been listening to Marina so much. Oh, you know, Doja Cat. The way that I listen to Doja Cat and suddenly
so
am a new
good.
person.
No, she's
like
so good.
SZA, Tame Impala,
Yep,
Brockhampton. I listen to
like-
it. Play for me. Oh, J. Cole.
I like J. Cole so much. I like Drake.
Willow.
Love Willow.
Kanye. Of course.
I like Xavier Goodman. Do you know who that is? Childish Gambino. Do you have any summer plans? Besides like
No, yeah, I guess I do. I'm going to the Hamptons. You can come. And I'm going to Mexico at the end of the month because we haven't traveled at all. And now that I'm
so
we're all vaccinated, I think we're allowed to. We are allowed to, or else I wouldn't be going.
Yeah. I
And
think we're allowed to.
Hamptons, and then I move in to college
when?
the 28th of August. What are your summer plans?
I want to go to London.
Yes.
Or just, I wanna
So
go,
valid.
I want to go to New York. I think Jaden and I actually might come to New York.
Go to New York.
Those are kind of the only places that I really have
I was
traveled
just in
right
New York.
now. Were you?
Yeah, because I was visiting NYU.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
And I'm excited to now be able to drive wherever I want. So I'll drive, might be going to San Diego for a weekend.
Ooh, that's so fun. 2 hours of sleep. It's getting me.
Sorry. Guys, give it up for Lilia Buckingham.
Give it up for Jules
The
LeBlanc.
queen herself.
Give it up for Jules LeBlanc,
So
the real
excited.
queen herself. the queen of Brat.
Stay tuned for spring break 2.
Breakaway.
Oh, anyways, we'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching.
I would like to do this again if you want to bring us back.
Yeah.
They're like,
Comment
no.
down below if you want another
No.
one. No, don't.
Don't.
I don't want to sit
We
through
love you
45-minute
guys.
video. Bye, guys.
Bye.